Hey, all my VIPs, I'm gonna just be dead for real with you. Jonathan Majors probably did that shit. He probably did that shit. Oh my gosh. There was a text message that was shown, and it reads like a person who is afraid of this man. Okay, I'm gonna read it once I can get back to my dorm.
It is Women's Month, and I see that we are beating women up instead of celebrating them. Allegedly. Hello, all my VIPs. This is another video of my Unprovoked series. It's just going to talk about random artists. Sometimes it's going to be artists related to some artists I already talked about. Like, I could have done Will Smith after the Jada situation, or the Jada Smith Unprovoked one, but I didn't want to. I was like, nah, let me talk about some more news that's just having me fucked up, okay? I already did a video on this specific celebrity recently, like very recent. But I'm going to include them in my Unprovoked one, mainly because no one asked me to. Like, that's the thing. I'm doing it. This is Unprovoked series. No one has to ask me to talk about something. If I want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. So, we're going to get into it. Bro, how much stuff is your team going to put out until you realize that it's not helping your case? Like, we're talking about Jonathan Majors. We're, of course, talking about Jonathan Majors. Now, if you're tired of my Jonathan Majors video, it's understand. You can click out of it because I understand you don't want to talk about someone who isn't even confirmed yet to be an actual abuser. Like, he's not full-blown confirmed yet to be an actual abuser, but there's so much evidence that says that he did the shit that he did, okay? Now, on Twitter and whatnot, like, you know, I may be posting what I had did prior. I was walking outside. I had my Twitter pulled up, and I was just like, yeah, he probably did that shit. Because there's a whole text that came out. I'm probably going to include it in this one. I'm going to do that real quick.
This is what Jonathan Majors' lawyer put out. This is what the girlfriend, the one who was allegedly beaten by Jonathan Majors, said to Jonathan Majors in text form. She had replied, "Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as a protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight." So we're breaking it down. Okay, so basically when the news came out about everything and about how Jonathan Majors had a tiffle with his girlfriend, and when the NYPD came to their door, they had to arrest him as protocol, and it was the truth. They actually had multiple sources saying that it is part of their protocol. They have to arrest them, especially after seeing the injuries she had. It makes more sense. Now, some sources say they had enough information to arrest them, which is kind of like, okay, that's odd. Why is there even injuries to begin with on her, especially? You mean to tell me that, oh, you know, if they both, like, let's say they both got into a fight, right? He should have at least scratch marks, like dead ass. He should have at least some type of mark. But he ain't got that. That was my bottle cracking in the background. He ain't got it. So it's like, it's only her that's hurt. But y'all, anyways, they said, she said, "I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone." Breaking down those two lines. Okay, so you're angry that they literally arrested that man. If he allegedly hit you, then that's a problem. Like, you know, and you're saying you'll make sure that it won't happen. What type of power do you have to make sure that they ain't gonna do nothing to him? If they saw injuries on you, if they saw that he possibly is the aggressor and they arrested him, baby girl, you can't do nothing about it. Like, you really can't do anything about it. And then saying that it was your fault for grabbing his phone. Here's the thing. If you grab a grown-ass man's phone and you're his significant other, the thing he should be doing, as the thing a woman should be doing when a grown-ass man grabs her phone, they should snatch that shit right back. Like, that's the thing. They should not be putting their hands on somebody, straight up punching somebody's lights out and shit. No, just snatch that shit right back. If it escalates to a fight and to a full-blown brawl and some shit like that, then call the authorities, and do not regret calling the authorities. Because it sounds like she regrets calling the authorities. Girl, you grabbed his phone. The most he could have done was snatch that shit back. And if you had proceeded to hit him, then I can understand, I guess, him, you know, either accidentally hitting you back or making sure to put all his body weight on you to restrain you. That's understandable if he is trying to literally restrain you or refrain you from hitting him. Not some type shit where you got injuries where he clearly hit you hard as fuck, or he strangled you. What the fuck? He ain't need to strangle you. All he had to do was just grab your fucking arms, put them behind your back, and sit on you on the floor. Like that. Honestly, he could have just sat on you on the floor to stop you from fighting him if you were fighting him, allegedly. Like, that's the thing. So he could have, there's so many other things he could have done, especially as a grown adult. You know how to stop a person, right? You either knock their ass out, you you literally call the authorities, you get away from the fight, or you pretty much handle it by de-escalating the situation verbally, or you do it in a way where you restrain them. There's so many ways to actually stop a fight. There's too many ways to stop a fight, actually. And yet he chose the most aggressive one, like, allegedly. So, Anyways, this said, just call me when you're out. Then she put a final, she said, I only just got out the hospital. Just call me when you're out. Why was she the one in the hospital and he wasn't? Now, yes, some people are going to be like, of course he's a man. So, of course, if she hits him, he going to hit her back. He has every right to. That's defense and whatnot. And then it's like, oh, yeah, so she deserved to have her ass in the hospital. Some people are actually saying she deserves to be in the hospital because she grabbed his phone. You mean to tell me that someone deserves to be hospitalized for grabbing somebody's phone, a significant other's phone? They're not even strangers. If it's a stranger, okay, I can understand you letting out them blows on that person. I can understand. I mean, they're fucking strangers, so of course. But this is your significant other. Even with a stranger, it's kind of like you just snatch your fucking phone right back. Like, that's the thing. You curse the stranger out and you snatch your shit right back. And with a significant other, you definitely should snatch your shit right back if they snatching your shit from you. You don't escalate it to a fucking brawl. Like, what? Even if she hits you, you make sure you can do anything in your ability to stop her in a way that does not escalate the situation, because you know damn well you can be arrested. He's a black man, and this woman is white. This is a white woman, his white girlfriend, right? From the pictures we've seen in there, right? If he knew how bad it could get before he did all this shit, allegedly, he would never have done this shit, okay? He is a black man, a buff black man with a white girlfriend. Oh, he's going to jail. Like, did he not know that? If he allegedly did all this shit, how could you not think about the fact that you literally, all odds are against you? You're a man. In fact, no, let me put this first. You're black. You're a man. You are buff. You are rich. And you're an aggressor. In fact, not in that order. Let me not put it in that order. But however, I'm going to have the first two in order. The rest is just remixed anytime. You are a black man, bro. In this situation, if it were back in the day, you would be hanged. Better word, you'd be lynched. It's not better as in it sounds better. It's better as in it makes more sense. Hanged sounds weird. Like, I don't know if my grammar is very good with saying that word. I think there's hung. You'll be hung. I should have said that. But if it were back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean like literally, I'm not even gonna hold you, a little bit over 40 or 50 years ago, you would be hung. Like, that's the thing, dude. So it's like, dude, you should have thought about some shit, and don't even be on some, oh my gosh, it's just his anger. He has enough money to go get anger management. To get his anger sorted out. He has enough money to do that shit. So don't try to make excuses for him on some real shit. Don't try to make excuses for him. And don't try to be like she deserves to be hit for snatching his fucking phone. No, she deserves to have the phone snatched away from her and maybe even yelled at, okay? Because one thing is, you're a grown-ass woman snatching a grown-ass man's phone. Yeah, no, that's not right. But at the same time, it's not so wrong to where you deserve to be punched your fucking lights out. No, allegedly. But y'all, anyways, this is a very long one, so I'm going to just read it, and then I'm going to say my opinion afterwards. Sorry this is so long. Actually, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. My Unprovoked series, it usually be like 10 minutes or 20 minutes long. Anyway, it said, they just called again to check on me, and I reiterate how this was not an attack, and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She assured this to me. I know you have the best team, and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out, and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior. Out of care. She promised all will be relayed. Now, this is a comment I saw and I liked it earlier. They said Jonathan Majors' lawyer really woke up and was like, let's put out evidence that the girl did pass out and collapse, and maybe people won't ask how that happened if she says she grabbed his phone.
Now, coming back from reading all that, I didn't say the end part, like, the longer paragraph that I read. I didn't tell you my full opinion on that because if I'm being honest with you, I probably have so much to say, and I purposely want to make these unprovoked videos short so that you can get my point. But I'm gonna say this: how the fuck did she collapse? Now, I tried to think in my head earlier. I was just like, okay, maybe she collapsed out of stress, because they said episode. I don't know if she goes through a bunch of episodes and whatnot, but in some cases you can pass out due to intense stress and emotional, strain or just something that overwhelms them, right? Right. But in this case, I had to immediately kick that out of my head and just be like, either she passed out because of stress and emotional overwhelmness, or she was literally knocked the fuck out. Okay, so it's like it's either or. She was literally knocked the fuck out. Like, dude, are you kidding me? And then she blames herself for grabbing his phone. Girl, you're a grown ass woman grabbing a grown ass man's phone. The most you should have received as a response was the phone to be snatched away from you, and probably, like, I don't know, maybe a what the fuck are you doing? Like that type of response. Not a like that type shit. Allegedly, not that type shit. Ain't no way you snatch somebody's phone and you deserve to get fucking hit upside the head. That's stupid. That's actually dumb. That's actually dumb as fuck. Especially if you are a significant other. Now, if you're a stranger, I guess it's different. But no, if you're a significant other, you fucking don't deserve that shit. That's weird. That is very weird to receive that shit. When you're a significant other and they do that shit to you. And he's rich. He's a black man. He's rich. And some people were saying that it's steroid rage and whatnot. And even though I'm mentioning the black man and rich part, they're important because of the fact is that he really can buy her silence. He really has odds against him if he did do this shit. It's like, dude, do you not realize that someone in your family, if your grandfather, not great grandfather, if your grandfather did this shit back in the day, do you not know how quickly people would be okay with lynching him? Do you not realize how fucking insane it is for you to even be in a relationship and allowing yourself to get so mad to where you put hands on somebody for simply grabbing your fucking phone? Allegedly. Do you not realize how stupid that is? Like, that's the thing. Hitting somebody because they grabbed your phone. You shouldn't be in a relationship with them if you feel so compelled to fucking attack them because they simply grabbed your phone. If I feel compelled to beat the fuck out of my friend because they grabbed my phone, I shouldn't be friends with them. Like, if I ever feel like hurting someone, or my friend or whatnot, because they grabbed my fucking phone, I should not be friends with them. If I feel compelled to get a fucking lamp and bust it upside my fucking boyfriend's head because he grabbed my phone, I should not be in a relationship with him. Simple. Because that's something wrong with me. I have a different type of anger where I really want to draw blood from you, or I really want to see you hurt. Because if he did do that shit, he really wanted to see her hurt. From the pictures, if that is his girlfriend, dead ass, I feel like someone with at least slight muscle could knock her out. Like, literally, I'm just saying that. Now, this is not to say that she's a completely weak ass woman. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say just off of her body type alone, you hit someone like that, of course she's gonna bruise. Of course she's gonna bruise, bro. Her skin tone, bro, she's more pale, like on the paler side too. Imagine if, like, hell, I mean, honestly, she could like accidentally have the phone hit her in the fucking face and it will leave a mark. Like, that's how pale she is, bro. So even if you like hit her and it wasn't even that hard, it's still gonna leave a mark, bro, if you did that allegedly. But by how them texts said, this is all unprovoked, by the way, they did not sound like a person who was feeling guilty for even telling the cops. This sounded like a person who was genuinely scared for their life, okay? Genuinely scared. That's what you call recanting their statement? Bro, she sounds terrified. Like, I'm laughing because why can't people see this shit? This is unbelievable how no one can tell. She sounds fucking terrified. Like, actually scared for her life. And people can't see that shit. And the amount of dudes I saw on Twitter that were rejoicing, being like, oh my gosh, stay away from snow bunnies. Or, oh my gosh, oh, like, you know, this is why women deserve nothing. They have that stupid ass meme saying, like, this is why women deserve, you know, and cross it out that says less. And then the bottom says nothing, as in to say women deserve nothing. The amount of people rejoicing about that. Because I know it's not just men. There are some women out there who are stupid as fuck and think, like, oh yeah, you know, all that. You know, just like them dumbass men who think, oh yeah, it's good. It's good because he's like, you know, he's free. He didn't actually do shit. Yes, the fuck he did. You telling me she has marks, lacerations behind her ear, marks around, like, you know, mainly one side of her face, right? What the hell happened for her to have those marks? What the hell did she do? Attack herself? Like, bitch, ain't no way she couldn't have ran into a door. She couldn't have attacked herself. In fact, if I'm gonna be honest with you, by how big Jonathan Majors' hand is, he could have dead ass like actually not punched her, but fucking hit her upside the head. And then his like since his hand is probably wide enough to hit her. I mean, if I'm be honest with you, he probably could have hit her right on the ear or around the fucking thing, right there, but the whole hand. And why doesn't he have marks? And no, don't even be on some weird type shit and try to quote what I said earlier by like, oh yeah, you just mentioned she's small and you just mentioned that, you know, she bruised easily. We're gonna learn to stop underestimating people, okay? Stop underestimating people. This is a full-grown woman. She can still pick up a Glock and shoot and kill your ass, okay? She can pick up a fucking lamp and knock your ass out. Shit, she could have brass knuckles right now. Stop underestimating people, okay? So, deadass, if she wanted to mark and bruise him, she would mark and bruise him. But this is clear signs that it was a one-sided fight. When she grabbed his phone, she would have grabbed his phone, saw it, and then immediately start wailing on him, bro. If that was her true intention, if that was her first intention, allegedly, she would have done that shit. But obviously, it shows it's not her saying, I shouldn't have grabbed your phone and hit you. She didn't say that shit. If she had hit him after grabbing his phone, she would have said, I'm sorry about grabbing your phone and hitting you. No, she just said, I grabbed your phone. Meaning, she grabbed his phone, but she had no afterward response to grabbing his phone. All she wanted to do was grab his phone and look through it. She didn't grab his phone and be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a fucking hit this dude afterwards. No. No. Now, if she did have that, then yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, you're a grown-ass woman hitting a grown-ass man. What did you expect? You know, kind of shit. Like, you're punching this grown-ass man in the face and around his eye area, it hurts. But she ain't hit him. She ain't had no intention of hitting him. She just wanted to see through his fucking phone. Now, is it wrong that she saw through his phone? I mean, honestly, dead ass, if he is cheating on her and whatnot, if she looks through his phone. In fact, here's the thing. If he is innocent, and if he ain't cheat on her, or if he ain't looking through other girls, like, on his phone, like, looking at other girls' accounts on his phone, right? Then his response really should have been snatching his phone back. Because even if he is innocent from, like, not, like, if he's innocent and not a cheater, right? It's like, I can still see him angry about, like, the fact that she grabbed his phone, and he's a grown-ass man, and you're grabbing his phone like you his mama. Then yeah, I can see him being angry and only snatching his phone. But this is the case of a man who probably was cheating. Like, why would you have such a volatile response to this if you weren't doing shit? If you weren't doing shit, why would your response be so volatile? You probably were doing some cheating shit, allegedly. You probably were, because why was your response to be to wail on her? Why was your response to be, you know, to act anyway near aggressive? The most aggressive. The most aggressive response should have just been you snatching that phone back. That's the type of shit I do with my fucking siblings. I mean, shit, you snatch my phone, I'm snatching the fucking thing back. I'm not gonna just fuck, bitch. Like, no, I'm not gonna, like, no. And then some people I know are going to be pissed the fuck off or mad. I mean, honestly, this is my Unprovoked series. This is my opinion. Just like Jada Pinkett Smith one. It was my opinion. If you don't like that, you don't have to stay here, okay? It's, you know, I won't have to remind you whose channel it is. And not only that, I won't have to remind you because I'm here. Like, you see my face right now. This is my opinion of the whole thing. This is not me stating it as a fucking fact. I would state it as a fact if I was, but I'm not. These are my thoughts. You know, this is how I feel. So, if you like the video and have your own thoughts about it, and if you want to say something like, hey, you know, I'm not opposed to you saying something in the comments, but I am opposed to insults that cater to my opinion of the whole thing. I am not stating this as fact. If you want to call me a dumbass, or you want to call me delusional, or if you want to call me a bunch of things that I ain't rocking with, your ass is not gonna exist anymore on here, baby. Like, you're not. So it's like, it's just me being, this is Unprovoked. This is me being fully honest. This is my series. That's it. And that's all. May peace be with you for an eternity.